नमस्कार. फाल्यां राष्ट्रीय पत्रकारिता दीस. ह्या निमतान गोंयांत कांय कार्यावळी जातात. सरकार आनी गोंयच्यो पत्रकार संघटना एकठांय येवन कांय पत्रकारांचो भोवमान करतात, कांय जाणांक एवॉर्डय दितात. राष्ट्रीय पत्रकारिता दिसा आमच्या मतान पत्रकारां मुखावेले प्रश्न चर्चेक येवचे. सद्या पत्रकारा मुखार वेगळे वेगळे प्रश्न आसात, जे नॅशनलिस्ट मुवमेंट जो पळय चालू आसा ताका लागून त्रास जाता आनी पत्रकारां बद्दल एक कोडसाण समाजान निर्माण जालें काय कितें अशे तरेची परिस्थिती आसा. ह्याच प्रश्नाचेर आयच्या सडेतोड नायक कार्यावळीन आमी चर्चा करतात. दोन मानेस्त आमचे मदीं आसात. हांव तुमची वळख करून दिता. आमचे मदीं आसा फेडरीक बाब नोरोना, जे एक खूब वर्सां जर्नलिस्ट आसात, एक रिसर्चरय आसात. आमचे मदीं आसात एडवोकेट क्लियोफात कुतिनो, जे स्वता पत्रकार नसत पण पत्रकार बरयतात तितले बरयतात ते. आनीक ते स्वता एक कॉन्स्टिट्युशनल एक्सपर्ट आनीक वेगवेगळ्या विशयाचेर पत्रकारां खातीर मदत करपा खातीर क्लियोफात सदांच मुखार आसतात. हांव सगळ्यां पयलीं रिको नोरोना तुजे कडेन येता. आयच्या ह्या कार्यावळीन म्हणजे फाल्यां पत्रकार दीस तुज्या मनान जे कितें भावना व्यक्त जातात त्यो करच्यो, ताजेर मागीर आमी चर्चेक सुरवात करया.
राजू, तूं जाणा हांव मातसो हे विशयाचेर डिसिडंट म्हणूंक जाता, बिकॉज माय व्यूज आर समवॉट डिफरंट ऑन दीस. हांव कितें म्हणटा की गव्हर्मेंट्स जॉब इज नॉट टू फेलिसिटेट जर्नलिस्ट.
करेक्ट.
जर्नलिस्टाचें काम फेलिसिटेशन
हय.
बिकॉज आमचें काम कितें? आमचें काम गव्हर्मेंटाक क्रिटिसायज करपाक. वी आर क्रिटिक्स ऑफ द गव्हर्मेंट. वी आर नॉट पार्ट ऑफ द गव्हर्मेंट.
करेक्ट.
चड करून लोक मिस्टेक करतात. ते कितें म्हणटात, वी आर द फोर्थ पिलर ऑफ द गव्हर्मेंट. दॅट इज अ कम्प्लिटली रॉंग कन्सेप्शन.
येस.
आमी फोर्थ एस्टेट, आमी फोर्थ पिलर न्हू. देर आर 3 आर्म्स ऑफ गव्हर्मेंट. वी आर इंडिपेंडंट फ्रॉम द गव्हर्मेंट.
करेक्ट.
सो म्हाजे हिसपान द रियल रिवॉर्ड कम्स फ्रॉम युअर रिडरान केन्ना तूं कितें बरें बरयलें कितें म्हटल्यार रिवॉर्ड तांचे कडेन येवपाचें. हॅविंग सेड दॅट हांव एक्सेप्ट करता की आमच्या गोंयांत रेकग्निशन ना जर्नलिस्टाक. ते पासून देर इज अ नीड आफ्टर पुटींग इन सो मेनी इयर्स. कितें लोकांक दिसता की वी नीड सम रेकग्निशन. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट the government steps in and celebrates World Press Day National Press Day on 16th of November.
Correct.
ताका लागून
क्लियो तुवें आयकलां.
या
क्लियो ताणें सरळ म्हणलां की गव्हर्मेंटाचें कामूच न्ही अशे तरेचे पत्रकार दीस मनोवन सत्कार करप. आनी आमचे सगळे पत्रकार संघटन सरकारा फाटल्यान लागिल्ले आहा, कारण सरकारा कडेन पयसो आहा न्ही. एवॉर्ड दी, सरकाराचे लोकांचे टूर कर, पत्रकारांक खंय तरी व्हरून हाड.
सी तुवें तो म्हाका विचारलो जाय तूं. Amongst all professions, I find journalists as a professions are always close to the government. They have to be critics of the government. They should be questioning the government. He said we are the fourth estate, that fourth pillar of the constitution as a watchdog. I fully accept Rico's views that governmentaचे job न्हू felicitate करपाक. But he is also right that when एकल्या कोणा अवॉर्ड मेळ्ळो ताजी क्रेडिबिलिटी वाडटा. तो खंयची ऑफिसां काम करता त्या ऑर्गनायझेशन क्रेडिबिलिटी वाडटा. इट ऑल्सो एक्ट्स एज अ बेंचमार्क फॉर अदर्स. But why should the governments give the awards? According to me, these awards must come from journalists. There must be a peer review of the work that is being done by journalists, and the awards must come from them. But somehow the feeling is credibility of journalists is down. I am not saying credibility of journalists is down. Credibility of all professions is down. Every profession is now becoming more and more of commerce. It was not like this maybe before 90s of last century, but now it is more and more commerce. And in this commercial world, I find that instead of depending on the reader, the journalists are depending on the government, and that is a very serious sign of our times.
हांव तुजे कडेन येतलो. ताणें इशू काडला क्रेडिबिलिटी. क्रेडिबिलिटी जर्नलिस्टाची जालीच, पूण क्रेडिबिलिटी अबाउट हीज फंक्शन.
हय.
हें फंक्शन सरकार जेन्ना करता तेन्ना सरकारान अशे तरेचे एवॉर्ड दिवप काय कितें, कारण सरकार कमिटी नेमतात आनी ताणें टॉपीक सुद्दां ताणें ठरयला.
हय.
नॅशनल इंटिग्रेशनाचेर कोण बरयता ताका एवॉर्ड दितलो, बेस्ट एडिटर. अरे तुमी टॉपीक कितें करतात? तुमी एक 5 जाणां मदीं चेंबर ऑफ कॉमर्सान एवॉर्ड्स दिताले, ते बंद पडलेत सगळे.
हय.
तातूंत भितर न्ही इंडिपेंडंट लोक अपॉयंट जाल्ले आनी तांणी 4-5 वर्सां एवॉर्ड्स दिले. सो हे सगळ्या परिस्थिती कडेन तुमी कशें पळयतात?
राजू पळय, थंयसर प्रॉब्लम आसाच, पूण हांव बोटां दाखयना म्हजे कलिगाक, कित्याक दॅट इज इंडिविज्युअल डिसिजन ऑफ टू टेक ऑर नॉट टू टेक. पूण देर इज समथींग स्ट्रेंज हियर. वी आर सपोज टू बी एंटॅगनिस्ट टू द गव्हर्मेंट, वी आर सपोज टू बी क्रिटिकल ऑफ द गव्हर्मेंट. मागीर गव्हर्मेंट येता आनी अवॉर्ड दिता. ओके, everyone wants to be close to people in power. आतां पळय, आज इज दी ओनली फील्ड वेर समज तूं 3 म्हयन्याक रिपोर्टर आहलो आसल्यार तुज्यान चीफ मिनिस्टरा कडेन वचून ताजे कडेन प्रश्न विचारूंक जाता.
करेक्ट.
So you get a false sense of power, you get a false, and see, for the government it is a small investment, they will win you over to their side. How yeah नदरेन पळयता. Other people may disagree with me and they'll say you are too extreme or whatever, that is fair.
No, nobody
But-
is disagreeing.
No, but in any case, see,
Yeah.
there are Padma Awards.
Yes.
Some journalists may get a Padma Award.
Yeah.
No problem with that, because in the entire country, say 1 or 2 journalists get an award. Okay, but in a small state like Goa, when 6 to 7 journalists get an award, and every year 7-8 journalists get an award, it looks like this is a give and take between the journalists and the government.
क्लियो कितें आहा न्हय पळय, इट इज अ व्हेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स फील्ड. आतां पळय, पुलिट्झर प्रायज म्हणटा पळय ते, पुलिट्झर प्रायज म्हणटा पळय ते in the US,
yes,
very recognized.
Correct.
Yeah.
What is the roots of Mr. Joseph Pulitzer? He was running some very sensational papers himself, like Nobel Prize. So how can I munta? We have to be careful about these things. What are
No, but
today is changed.
both
Today.
Nobel and Pulitzer, I take it. But today nobody accuses
Yeah,
Pulitzer Prize of being
Correct.
as a result of quid pro quo.
they are handed out by reputed institutions.
Yes, reputed
There's
institutions, and there is peer review of
Why?
how the prize is given. Here we do not know. I am not talking of Goa. I am talking of at the pan India level.
Why?
See, this is looking like a give and take. But
Raju was hinting at some wider issues. तो कितें म्हणटा? He is saying that I think you raised it or he raised it about the credibility of all professions
but-
going down.
yes,
See,
it is
point
what-
number 1. The economics of the press being dented. Point number 2.
Correct.
We cannot see issues in isolation. Okay. The credibility of the journalist also depends on how he functions, how he or she functions.
correct. But I am saying what? Now I am an advocate. I am in a profession.
Yeah.
Doctors are there. Journalists. Now every profession, which profession is dependent on the government so much? Like, why should there be so many welfare schemes for journalists?
Agreed.
And why they should not be for advocates?
Agreed.
Why should doctors not get plots and only plots should come to
Agreed.
journalists?
Agreed.
Why
Agreed.
should, I mean, there has to be a
As it-
debate on this.
As is the only profession
But-
where the
but one
government
thing-
where the
one-
government lays down salary scales for the private sector.
No, but
Private
one thing,
sector.
you people are not fighting for your wages. You people are not fighting for...
No, we do. We are very...
I don't agree with this part of yours.
No. See, there is a problem here. हांगासर कितें जाला पळय, आमचे क्षेत्र मरे is the only sector, private sector, where the government fixes the wages.
Yes.
So once the government fixes it, then it's only question of appealing to, you're a lawyer, to appeal to the Labour Commissioner and to make sure it's implemented. So it is a dichotomy. There is a serious situation. That is a full half an hour discussion in itself. Not this
Exactly.
one.
Exactly. So आम्ही परत हाजेरच येवया.
Boy.
क्रेडिबिलिटी ऑफ ए जर्नलिस्ट और क्रेडिबिलिटी ऑफ द मिडिया. तूं आतां इतले वर्सां बारीक पळयता, तूं गोवा जर्नो एक तो हेय ग्रुपूय चलयता. गोंयच्या जर्नलिस्टाचे क्रेडिबिलिटी बद्दल तूं कितें म्हणपाचें आसा?
पयलें न्हय राजू, 30-40 वर्सां फाटीं everyone respected a journalist. And
Because there were very few journalists.
No, not only numbers.
I differ.
See, they were
because-
hardworking people. Journalists
Yes.
were hardworking. They were badly paid. Now
Correct.
you'd say this is a perverse argument. Okay, when we got the most respect when we were getting the least pay.
Yes.
When you get a high salary or something
That
like
is
because
true.
market
You're right.
pressure,
You're right.
the disjunct with the citizen becomes larger.
Correct.
तो एक issue. Magir, the other thing is that also the professions have got commercialized. Now see, even doctors for that matter,
Correct.
doctors were considered to be next to God at one stage.
Correct.
आता पळय they are seen as money makers.
commercialized म्हळ्यार कितें आतां commercialized म्हळ्यार कितें
There was a time when newspapers may be giving stories more based on investigation. Today I find that news part is giving way to entertainment. You look at some of our English papers, your edit page is shrinking now because you find that people have no attention span for long articles.
Yes.
So that serious reading seems to be going out of our
You are right. सो एक क्रेडिबिलिटी जाली. दुसऱ्या अर्दान आमच्या प्रोफेशनान बरे जर्नलिस्ट येतात, वेल क्वॉलिफायड. एका तेंपार वर्ल्ड बँकेंतल्यान एक्सपर्ट्स येताले, आज येतात.
एका तेंपान इंजिनियर येताले, जर्नलिस्ट जाताले.
एक्झॅक्टली. डॉक्टर्स येताले.
डॉक्टर्स आणि ऑल्सो लॉयर्स अँड वेल क्वॉलिफाईड.
No, but I don't think this is correct also because
today the options are plenty.
No, options are plenty, but people are also looking for good remuneration. Like see, आमी कितें म्हणटाय, गोंयांत लोक काम करना. I don't believe in this. According to me, we Goans are hard working. We are not paid enough for what we do. This is one thing.
Sarke.
This is what we do. Now,
that point doesn't negate the fact that the younger generation.
See the younger generation with some of the. I've seen some of the like the print. I will name them. See all the very young people working there who are very good.
तूं नॅशनल मिडियाचेर रे पळय तुका सांगता, नॅशनल मिडियाक न्ही एक्सपोजर चड आसा, तांकां सपोर्ट चड आसा, तांचे कडेन पयसो आसा. एक लक्षांत धर, गोंयची आमी जेन्ना उलयतात तेन्ना गोंयांत तूं म्हणटा तशें बरे लोक पत्रकारितेन येनात, कारण आमकां देर आर नो हॉलिडेज. लोकांक सुटी जाय पडटा, लोकांक 5 वरांचेर.
राजू आनीक थोडे पॉयंट कनेक्टेड आहा जाणें म्हळें वी हॅव टू सी द इशू इन इट्स कॉन्टेक्स्ट. पळय लास्ट इयरूच न्हय युनेस्को आनी एक रिपोर्ट काडला and it was about the state of the press and तांच्यांनी कितें म्हणटा, the press is a public good. They have some economic concept of public good. See, it is a good which it is a item which is good, but it's also a public good. When you consume it, it doesn't get reduced. Ani kiran theory ha.
Yes.
The point they were making is that the press is under pressure now from the new media. Okay.
Yes.
The advertising model has been totally disrupted. Correct. Two giants, Facebook and Google, are taking away 50% of the online advertising revenue, and lot of traditional print advertising has shifted there.
Exactly.
So the issue has to be seen in this context. Added to it, younger generation, they may be paying hefty fees for college or whatever. They expect returns in a hurry. Their generation and the 80s generation of ours is different. We grew up with different values.
Correct.
So it's quite complicated.
But परत आता सोशल मिडिया जर घेतले जाल्यार सिटीजन जर्नलिस्ट are they playing a very good role, better than the traditional journalists?
सांगपाक कठीण न्हय राजू. It is a little bit hard to say because you get individuals like Meghnad, for example, in Delhi, who does this excellent take on demonetization, on parliamentary affairs. So एक तो मेवता आणि आसाच. पण by and large it's prone to the same failings as the mainstream.
Yes. No. Social media, I don't think is very.
But don't write it off. Don't write it off.
But they are faster than us. ते आमचे परस फास्ट. कितें तरी घडटा जाल्यार ते इमिजिएटली आनी हांवें पळयलां, आमी आतां जर्नलिस्ट तांकां फॉलो करतात. खुबश्यो न्यूज आमकां पयलीं.
वो इशू परत वयर सोदता in other discourses that someone has to pay for the news. Who will pay for the news? Reader is used to getting the news for free. The market leaders has reduced the cost of newspapers. आता वाडयल्या, people are finding 10 rupees, 8 rupees high to pay for a newspaper.
But they will have a tea of 10 rupees.
Yeah. And news.
चा मारताले 10 रुपयान वचून.
News.
No, but this is a habit which newspapers have created now. Like
in the last few years.
You have kept the paper cheap. You have given a gift for taking an annual subscription.
In the last few years.
Yes. Everybody has done it.
See, now what has happened is, number one, ॲडव्हर्टाइजमेंट कमी झाला. एक दुसरे हातून पेजीस वाडल्यात न्ही, 60 पेजीस, कलर, फॉरेन न्यूज प्रिंट, ह्यो गजाली एड जातकीर तुका लक्षांत येयलें, आनी नवो वाचक तयारच जायना. आफ्टर कोवीड द सिच्युएशन हॅज वर्सन.
Raju, as long as advertising revenue model was working, that's चलताले. You know, you could buy newspapers for 1 and 2 rupees, almost free.
Yes.
Now that has broken
But
down.
I also don't believe that your advertising revenue has gone down so much.
It has.
ओनली पॉलिटिकल एडवर्टाइजमेंट वाढल्यात, बाकी जाहिराती वाढूनात.
आता पळयल्यार सगळे फ्रंट पेजीसार एडवर्टायझींग उरली मरे, हे नाशिल्लेंच पयले. See, all advertising was in the inside pages.
Yeah.
Of late, 3-4 front pages.
Including the top newspapers in India are publishing it.
ना तुमगे लेगून असता मरे.
No, I'll give you one example. See, I was working for Deccan Herald in the 80s, Bangalore. There used to be a queue to place classified ads.
Yes.
Today it's empty. Okay.
Exactly.
See, I'm saying that there are different categories of advertising, and some papers are getting more than the others. But if you look at the individual ads, now the individuals are advertising in some papers for some products like deaths or tiats or whatever, but it's not uniformly spread out. Some advertising has crashed.
लिको आमकां फुडलो इशू घेतलो जाल्यार एथिकल इश्यूज, इम्पार्शलिटी, ऑब्जेक्टीव न्यूज, बॅलन्स, हें आसा अजून काय हें सद्या डळमळीत जायत चल्लां?
Rule change जायत आयला न्हय. In the last few years the rules have changed. In our own career time, there was a big wall between advertising and editorial, for example. आता ते blur जायत गेल्या. Okay. Where you editorial म्हणून हे ते.
No, but now editor may not be as powerful as the manager now.
Yeah.
Because
Not always true. Not always true.
Anyway, you may be an exception. You may be an exception because you may be an editor who is also getting advertisements. We do not know.
No. See, what has happened is advertisement had a bit of, this is a different question.
Depends
if
on
editor
management.
asks for huge salaries, then automatic that work comes, to him. पण एडिटर इम्पार्शियली असू शकता, इम्पार्शियल ऑडिटर मॅनेजरा परस व्हडलो असू शकता. दिस कॅन बी केस.
But there were
एडिटर जर
days-
पेपर खपोवपा लागलो, मॅनेजर ऑटोमॅटिकली
No. See, the whole problem also in our country is, for us, editor was always the most powerful person.
Because
like Girilal Jain said, Girilal Jain said next to the Prime Minister.
ताका नावान
No, that was Dilip Padgaonkar. Dilip Padgaonkar.
He used to
I'm
claim.
the second most important man in the country.
He used to claim.
I'm the
तशें
second
न्ही. पयलीं कितें जातालें, न्यूजपेपराचे ओनराचें नांव लोकांक खबर आसपाना.
Why?
एडिटराचें नांव खबर आसता. बिकॉज एडिटर्स वर व्हेरी पॉवरफुल.
Very powerful.
तो पुस्तक बरयतालो, तो एक विचारवंत
पूण
आसता.
तेन्ना
आतां एडिटर कोणाक केल्यात? रिपोर्टरा धट्टात आनी गव्हर्मेंटाक कोण क्लोज आसता एडिटर करतात.
That is how.
Exactly.
That is how the credibility also goes down. No.
Exactly.
But कितें आहा? There was, in the good old days, there was a time when the press was part of the freedom movement.
Correct.
They would take the cases of the poor.
Correct.
They would see to it that certain people who are pilloried by the government, their cases are taken up.
Yes.
ते आता ना अशें न्हू, because the press.
तूं इंग्लीश पेपरा बद्दल उलयता.
more
अजुनूय
close to
आमच्या देशान मोफेसील रिपोर्टर, रिजनल न्यूजपेपर्स, लँग्वेज न्यूजपेपर्स, दे प्ले ए व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट रोल. आनी तूं जर पयले कॅटेगरी काडून वचत, नंबर 1 ए हिंदी न्यूजपेपर, नंबर 2 ए मराठी न्यूजपेपर, नंबर 3 इज अनदर तमिळ और ए मल्याळम न्यूजपेपर, अँड इंग्लीश न्यूजपेपर इज 12th or 13th. सो हाजो अर्थ असो की अजुनूय देशान भितर देशी भाशीक वर्तमानपत्र चलतात. पत्रकार ते बारीक बारीक काम करतात, तांचे बद्दल तांचेर उजवाड पडना.
तू म्हणटा ते सारकें राजू. पूण दुसरो विशय येता की वो दॅट how do we generate revenue models to create news gathering?
Exactly. See, we met lot of Pakistani journalists in Delhi. ते सरळ म्हणतात, तुम्ही मरे इंडियन जर्नलिस्ट. म्हाका एकल्यान सांगलें, तुम्ही इंडियन जर्नलिस्ट, तुम्ही 5 रुपयान आनी 10 रुपयान पेपर विकतात. तो म्हणटा, इन पाकिस्तान द न्यूजपेपर कॉस्ट इज 40 to 50 rupees. Readers are paying for a newspaper. So घेवपा लाया लोकांक. तो म्हणटा, वी आर ट्रू जर्नलिस्ट इन पाकिस्तान.
Whereas we are creating raddi. अशें म्हणून जालें.
सारकें.
No, but that model is not very old. That is about 20 years old when it was shifted to ad driven. And ad driven, it looked as if it was working
Correct.
for a long time. We always used to boast and say in India circulation is going up.
Correct.
But that was a mythical circulation because at real cost it's not going up. People are stopping to read 2 and 3 papers today.
नो पण आता
in Goa.
इतले आता आमी आता पळयत जाल्यार इज अ व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. लोक पयलीं 2-3 पेपर घेताले.
होय.
आज लोक एकच पेपर घेतात. कोविडाच्या उपरांत लोकांनी पेपर घेवप बंद पडलं. इंग्लीश न्यूजपेपराचेर व्हडलो परिणाम जाला. ह्या फाटभुंयेचेर गोंयान भितर नाव 8 to 10 न्यूजपेपर्स आर पब्लिश्ड.
होय.
One mining company comes out with 3 papers. another TV channels. What is this?
No.
What is this? How you find it?
See, the economics of the paper ते मातशे वेगळेच पूण I met one editor once from the UK and तो कितें म्हणूंक लागलो, if I get 3,000 new readers, I will start a new edition म्हणूंक लागलो.
Okay.
Basic pages will be the same, but say like Barde's edition,
I know.
Satari edition, Kankon edition, whatever. So that regionalizing of news is happening a lot. And to the peril of the country. आता पळय आमकां
ना रे पूण खंय रे गोंयान भितर every newspaper is publishing the same news,
That
same
is true.
reporters.
That is true.
They come and meet in the evening.
Yeah.
News share करून तीच न्यूज सगळीकडे येता न्ही.
The-
So तरी आसतना गोंयान 8 पेपर कित्याक येतात?
The other main problem is the focus on politics and sports. Ajay Bayer.
Correct.
No, but when you
Covering
say so,
slowly.
You also say that the economics is not working out. Is it that economics is working out for them?
See,
Or that
500 पेपर छापतात काय गोंयान
So,
काय
but
पेपर हांव जाणा 500 ते 1000 पेपर छापतात.
But economics may be working out.
हाव
How? See, that is left up to them to
ना हांव ते म्हणना हांव परत तोच इशू
Why?
न्यूजपेपर ऑफ द मायनिंग कंपनीज तूं सांग यू हॅव बीन वॉचिंग दीस न्यूजपेपर्स अँड जर्नलिस्ट फॉर क्वायट ए लॉंग पिरियड.
See, there has been quite a change in the field because some players have moved out of mining also in that sense.
Correct. And new players have come
New
very
players
strongly.
have come in, yeah. And the shift also has been towards the new media, towards the new media.
Yeah.
So in that sense, from print, it has the main players today. I would suspect are audio video, no?
Yes.
Tuka this, no?
Yes.
The very fact that Raju Nayak is here.
Correct. But I am also running a newspaper.
Correct. I'm just pulling your leg.
Yeah. So तुका कितें दिसता गोंयान पळय इतले न्यूजपेपर आयल्यात हें कितें हें बरें वायट कितें हें लोकांक डिस्ट्रॅक्ट करपाचें लोकांक कंट्रोल करपाचें?
No, but more newspapers, I find it is more competition. And when there is more
Where is the
competition,
competition?
when there is competition, it is better. It is better.
Where
His
the
argument is they are all
competition?
the same. They are different. They are all the same.
It is better. It is better.
ना पूण राव रे पूण पेपर तूं कितले खपता ते जाणां गोंयचे गोंयान
No,
भितर
but paper खपना. तू म्हणटा पेपर खपना. तो म्हणटा economic model is not working out.
Yes.
And at the same time, they are bringing more and more supplements.
Correct.
So in their mind, according to me, their economics is working out. See, otherwise,
पेपर लोक कित्याक काडटात एक न्यूजपेपर जेन्युइनली प्रोफेशनली चलोवपाक एक आपल्यालो व्यू पॉयंट हाडपाक हय मरे
No.
मायनिंग कंपन्याक गोंयान इतले पेपर कित्याक जाय?
no, correct. You are right there. No, I am not talking of that. That is one issue.
That is a very important issue.
Okay, let us take it like no. You are taking uplo viewpoint, Arbak. Maybe to see to it that a certain political parties are also helped at particular times.
Exactly.
At particular
Yeah,
times.
exactly.
So that
So
there is a
if you
quid pro
notice,
quo.
if you
Yes,
notice
yes.
before elections, ek don paper start जातलेच.
Correct.
There is another aspect to this. When we take part in the national games, all of us think we are going to win gold medal. Okay.
Yeah.
मागीर थोडे जाण भायर पडटात and you know how it is.
या सो आयचे प्रेस डे तूं कितें सांगूंक सोदता क्लियो?
हांव सांगपाक सोदतां
हय
that somehow this media becoming commerce हें कमी जावपाक जाय तें कशें करप
तूं पे मोर न्ही
हा?
पे मोर यू बी रेडी टू पे तूं पळय जो पेपर घेता ताका 3 पटीन चड 8 रुपयान पेपर मेळटा द कॉस्ट ऑफ द ओनली द
आरे
न्यूज
तूं
प्रिंट
पेपराचो इनक्रीज कर मरे लेट अस सी
घेनात दे आर नॉट बायींग
But then it is a vicious circle
You know news
which
laundering.
you people have created.
The
See,
website-
हांव एक सांगतो तुका आतां तो हिंदू एक दर हिंदू
होय.
त्याने खूब प्रायस देवलो आपल्यालो हिंदू चलना म्हणटा तूं
हिंदू
No, the economics are different. It's a 100-year-old paper and all that. See, the News Laundry, which is it's a alternative kind of media organization, but they have some big supporters. They come out with a slogan: when the reader pays, the reader demands. The reader is the controlling slot.
Yes.
So they are asking people to make payments to them. I don't know whether it's working. Hindu has a model where even to visit their website, it's a paywall website.
yes
So then you're cutting your nose to spite your face. See, the model is broken. We need to recognize that and we need to find alternatives to it.
सो
Not so easy.
सो बरे जर्नलिस्ट हो म्हजो आतां निमाण क्वेश्चन बरे जर्नलिस्ट प्रोफेशनान येवपा खातीर कितें करचें पडटलें?
Good question. Hard to answer.
Yes.
I am sure that if there is more idealism, if papers play a role, if you have role models in the paper, and if there is a wider understanding of why media is important for every society, things can change.
Correct.
I understand that the younger generation is the 2020s generation, very different from 1980s. Okay, we cannot expect them to be clones of us.
Yes.
So they have a different value system, they have a different approach. ते सगळे मान्य करून घेतले आम्ही, घेवपाक जाय.
Okay.
According to me, this issue of idealism is not going to work. You'll have to pay them more. Catch them young, pay them more.
Okay.
And what guarantee you got that they will be better journalists? What guarantee you got?
You pay them more, you extract better work from them. And I see some of the young people, I am really impressed with how they work.
But they do it with motivations which are not necessarily financial. That's my point.
Exactly. But the last question आता.
पहिलं लास्ट आलो.
Journalists today, how relevant?
Yeah.
Tell me.
See, as long I think news is crucial to any society. As long as we need news, we will need journalists. What format, how you deliver it, that is question.
No, as long as democracy is there, and as long as democracy will survive, we have vested interest in the press, and we all of us must have vested interest in the press, so that the press.
The people should be a vested interest,
yes,
not just lobbies.
Our vested interest must be in having a good press.
Yeah. See, even journalists are a vested interest. Sometimes we may not do our duty as we are supposed to.
Yes.
So that is also.
So म्हाका दिसता हो एक वेग टॉपिक आमी तो इल्लो तातूंत भितर इल्ली जान हाडपाचो प्रयत्न केला पूण जर्नलिस्ट डेक अशे तरेची एक चर्चा जावप स्वाभावीक आशिल्ली आनी आयची कार्यावळ सोंपयता आसतना हांव क्लेफात तुका रिको तुका हांव धन्यवाद दिता आनी इतलेंच म्हणटा की निमाणें पत्रकारितेचो पळय जो बावटो वयर घेवन उबो रावप हो फक्त पत्रकाराचें काम न्ही जाल्यार बरो प्रेस खंयचो हो लोकांनी वाचकांनी आनी पळोवप्यांनी ठरोवपाची गरज आसा. आपूण एक ट्रेडिशनल पेपर घेता पूण तोच घेवप न्ही. तो जर पेपर जर बदलला आनी तो जर चड जर इल्लो जर घाण करता पत्रकारितेची तत्व जर पाळना जाल्यार तो पेपर बंद करप, त्या पत्रकाराक जाग्यार हाडप, तो पत्रकार जर सरकाराचे चड जर चमचेगिरी करता जाल्यार ताका इल्लो चड ताजेर बडी मारप, ताका आडावप, आनीक एक नवो पत्रकार घडोवप, नवी पत्रकारिता घडोवप, नवो पेपर घडोवप हें सुद्दां लोकांचें काम, वाचकांचें काम. आनी म्हाका दिसता आमी नॅशनल जर्नलिस्ट डेक परत एकदां तीच याद काडया. ह्यो ज्यो व्हॅल्यूज पत्रकाराच्यो आशिल्ल्यो त्यो पत्रकारान पाळपाकूच जाय पूण समाजाची आनी लोकशाय मुल्यां मानपी प्रत्येकाची ते कर्तव्य आसा अशें आमी मानतात. धन्यवाद.
थँक्यू.
पळयत रावात गोमंतक TV.